Good morning, all Atmas. Today, under Atma Siddhi Yoga, we are going to discuss these 5 koshas, how the characteristics of 5 koshas. We have seen this Annamaya kosha, Pranamaya kosha, Manomaya kosha, Vijnanamaya kosha, Anandamaya kosha. See, Annamaya kosha is pertaining to this physical body. See, physical body is made of cells. These cells, when it has started forming, is when in the mother's womb, when the lady is said to be conceived, at that time, the eggs and sperm react and form a when it comes positive, then from there the cells start generating. When the cells start generating, there the Atma comes inside that womb of the mother. So once the Atma comes there, along with that the mind comes. So the life comes into that cells. So when Atma comes inside that womb, from that when the lady is said to be conceived positive, when result comes positive, then Atma has entered that womb. Once the Atma enters, these sperms and eggs reactions that generate cells, these cells start generating several lakhs of generation. So right from the time when the conceived takes place, from that day onwards, in 9 months, the cell generation is so much that it takes the shape of a human being, a baby, a boy or a girl, and it comes out of the mother's womb. So from this stage, from 0, when it has conceived, till the child attains the 20 years, the generation of cells is more. But normally when generation takes place, there will be disintegration of cells also takes place. But the disintegration during this period up to 20 years is comparatively very less than, whereas the generation of cells are very high. That's why during this period, say in the first 10 months, the cell generation gives shape to the body, skin, muscles, various organs, heart, chest, liver, kidney, all these things, these cells form into various configurations and gives perfect shape. God's creation is very wonderful. Once it comes out, from 0 to 20, you see, started gradually, the child which comes in a small size and small weight, it starts gradually increasing its height, weight, and also the intellectual power, everything. So the 20 years we call this is the Brahmacharya Parva. So during this period, a child goes to the school, learns education. There is kindergarten, primary, secondary, higher secondary, then graduation. All these things it completes up to 20 years. So after 20 years, this generation of cells is more disintegration. From 20 onwards, 20 to 40, the generation and disintegration are equal. And this 20 to 40 is called Grihasthashrama, where after completing education, the child enters into the family life, where it comes across various ups and downs in life, all these things. But during this period, up to 20 is the only growth of height, weight you can say, height. And from there onwards, the generation and disintegration are equal. And after 40, you see, the disintegration is more than generation. So that's why after 40 you can see the hair becoming grey, the skin becomes shrinking, all these things takes place. And between 40 to 60, this is the period of Vanaprastha. So during this period, the child become father and mother, and they take care of children, complete the education, get them married, everything. From 60 above, the disintegration of cells is very high compared to generation of cells. That's why after 60, the body physically it becomes very weak. And normally human being's life is said to be 100 years, but people die before that because of various factors of chronic diseases and other things. The cause for chronic disease and all we will see later on. So 60 above is called sannyasa life, where the disintegration is faster. That is about the Annamaya kosha. About Pranamaya kosha, if you see, it is made of, there is acid body or energy body. The energy body we cannot see. It's only we can feel. Now I am talking means it is only the energy body which is making me making to talk. Only this body, physical body, is only a tool. So energy body contains nadis and chakras. So from head to toes, this Brahmarandra, from here to the base, the center of axis, the energy just flowing from skin to the depth of the Brahmarandra axis. It rotates each and every cycle, orbit, the energy is flowing. These orbits are called nadis. So, so these nadis get junctioned as 7 major portions, points, that is called chakras. Sahasrara chakra, Agnya chakra, Visuddhi chakra, Anahata chakra, Manipura, Swadhisthana, Muladhara. From here, see. Agnya chakra is head. So the energy in this chakra, this nadis, will take care of the head, brain cells, all these things. The energy in the Agnya chakra, first is Sahasrara chakra. The Sahasrara chakra, the energy takes care of brain, head and other things. In Agnya chakra, the energy takes care of our 5 senses. Then comes the Visuddhi chakra. Here, this energy takes care of the vocal cord, respiratory organ and other things. Then comes the Anahata chakra. This is very important. Heart chakra. It takes care of the energy, it feeds the physical body. The energy in this chakra feeds the physical body, that heart, chest, liver, all these things. Then Manipura chakra, here the energy takes care of the digestive system. Then comes the Swadhisthana chakra. The energy in this chakra, the nadis, the energy in the nadis of this chakra will take care of the kidney, uterus and other things. And finally the Muladhara chakra, the energy in this chakra will take care of the skeletal part, the entire body, the skeletal bones and other. So like this, our body is divided into 7 parts, and the nadis junctioning at this 7 parts is called chakras. So the energy in these chakras will take care of the functions of the various organs. So this is about the Pranamaya Kosha. Then comes the Manomaya Kosha. Manomaya Kosha is a very, very important. Body, mind and soul, if you say. Body, physical, soul, Atma, in between the Manomaya Kosha is there. Manomaya Kosha consists of senses, 5 senses, then intellect, 6th sense intellect, and the mind consciousness. So here, the mind consciousness, we have two stages. Inner consciousness, outer consciousness. The outer consciousness, here we are, Manomaya Kosha refers to the outer conscious mind. It is called ego conscious level, sensual conscious level. So, where this mind gets connected with senses and it activates using the intellect, this is called sensual consciousness. Whereas when it connected with Atma, it is called Atma consciousness. The sensual consciousness, Atma consciousness, the 2 levels. So mind consciousness is sensual consciousness, Atma consciousness. So in Manomaya Kosha we see sensual consciousness of mind, 5 senses and the intellect. Intellect is a tool that mind uses to do its instruction. The mind consciousness, the intellect operates. So when it is in the sensual conscious level, the intellect and mind is mainly governed by the ego. It only carries away the external, get attracted by the external attractions. That is the results in cause of ego. Ego means what? I, the selfish. So you have the desire, anger, hatredness. All these things is because you expect something for yourself. There is I expectations is called ego. So all tamasic and rajasic gunas are because of this ego conscious or sensual conscious levels. In Manomaya Kosha, outer conscious level, where the mind and the intellect is connected to the external world. So senses get connected to the external world and get attracted by it. This attraction leads to desire. So when sense sees it, it gets a desire to acquire it. If the desire is not fulfilled, it gets dejection. If it's fulfilled, get excitation. If somebody is responsible for not fulfilling it, it gets anger over him, jealousy over him, hatredness over him. If I am able to face the situation properly, it gets fear, shyness. So fear, shyness, these are all doubtfulness, self-doubt, all these are tamasic gunas. Whereas anger, jealousy, hatredness, these are all negative rajasic gunas. So these things This it comes in the Manonmaya Kosa. And next comes the Vijnanamaya Kosa. This is the Atma conscious level of mind. This is inner conscious or Atma conscious level, where the mind which is operated by the Buddhi. Here Buddhi is in a refined state of intellect, where it acquires the knowledge as to how we are to, what is the life, how we are made, the jnana, that what you call jnana yoga. The Buddhi acquires the jnana, the knowledge about life, how to understand the situations, how to understand the people, what is God, everything it understands. The intellect in a refined state is called Buddhi, and that appears in the Atma consciousness. So in this Atma consciousness, the Buddhi in a refined state is unable to analyze things in the right perspective, and it gains the sattvic gunas, understanding power, kindness, generosity, all these things come. The Anandamaya Kosa. Anandamaya Kosa is where the Buddhi and Atma in a refined state and Atma is being taken to the supreme conscious state, that is called Samadhi state. So by going to that level, the Samadhi state, the Jivatma experiences the merger with the Paramatma, that is called Satchidananda. So this is about the various kosas. Now we will see how we have to train ourselves to fine-tune at each levels of these kosas, so that we can able to synchronize all these kosas to bring in a real synergy of our body that enables us to face any situation in life successfully and lead a contented, peaceful life. The practice method we will see in the next session. Thank you.